Hello all and welcome back to another model railway video. Now unfortunately I've got a bit of bad news. I started filming the video for the all new Hornby Black 5, the Glasgow Highlander. I was all excited to get into it and have a look, and I opened up the box, got the loco out. It looked absolutely stunning, but then I was having a good look around and all of a sudden one of the eccentric rods of the loco dropped down from the valve gear, and at first I thought, oh, it's just popped out of its socket, but then I had a close look and it was completely broken at the connection. So the loco was completely unusable, and I turned it around to the other side and had a look at the other eccentric rod. Even though it was completely intact and was still connected, it had some metal peeling all over it and it didn't look that flash. Unfortunately, as a result, I have had to scrap doing that video for now. I'm going to get a replacement model, but unfortunately the other one didn't work out. So I chose, rather than showing you the footage I did get of the loco, I chose to just not bother and wait till I get another one, is because it was pretty disappointing and I didn't get to run the loco, which was a bit of a shame. As you can see from this photo here, there's the rod that's dropped down. So yeah, it was a really disappointing moment, unfortunately. However, it's not all doom and gloom though. I do have one redeeming thing, which is a model that I've equally been looking forward to as much as the Black 5. In fact, this one probably even more. This has been a long awaited model to the Hornby range. A lot of people have been waiting for it. It is the North British liveried Ruston 88. So even though the Black 5 was a no-go for the time being, I'd still have a very cool locomotive to have a look at. I have actually run this loco briefly. In fact, its very first trial run was on Middleton Model Railways. Layout Colin let me run the loco when I tested it, when I bought it from him over there, which was really cool to do. And right out of the box, it was a very slow performer. It was really good on a crawl. It hasn't had a chance to fully run in yet, so it probably will do even better. But yeah, this is one to definitely look forward to, is because the livery, absolutely fantastic. So today I'm going to be unboxing the latest Ruston 88 from Hornby and then giving it a run on the layout. So let's get into it. Okay, so we'll open up the loco's box. There it is. And I tell you what, look at that. That is a gorgeous model, and as you will soon see up close, this thing just looks so cool. Right, so I will be brief with the manual, because I've already looked at one of these Ruston 88s, so I'm pretty sure it will be the same thing. If you haven't seen the video I've already done of the blue Ruston 88, I'll put a link up now so you can have a look at it. But yeah, it's the same manual as last time. I haven't actually looked at this particular manual yet. But yeah, it shows you your lubrication points, your body removal, coupling fitting, and your DCC socket. So, same generic manual as the other one. And then your safety notice, and running in hints, and then your title, 88DS. There we go. So that's the manual for it. Right, the loco itself. Same packaging as the last one, and it does have the same bag as last time. Not a Ziploc bag, but yeah, it comes with some details. It's got the couplings, and then you've got your blanks for the front buffer beam, and these are matching to this particular loco. I think the other Ruston I've got, the blue one, had yellow blanks in it. It's because the buffer beam was yellow, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this one, as you can see, unlike the other one, I haven't opened this yet. It has not towed a load at all. All it's done is just run backwards and forwards, light engine. So yeah, it's very much still new. Right, get it out of the box. Okay, so there we go. Absolutely stunning livery. The moment I saw this thing, I was so rapt to get it. It was quite coincidental, really. I wasn't expecting to be buying this so soon. I was at Middleton Model Railway having a visit there, and then all of a sudden a courier comes to the door with a box and it's got this in it, and I said to Colin, I'll take one of those. I'll be very happy to. So yeah, I bought it immediately, and as soon as he opened the box, I was able to put it on the layout and give it a test run. So it was a very good day, and yeah, I left with a beautiful little locomotive. So I will now move all the packaging out the way, and then we'll take a close look at what is the most stunning livery I've seen on a Ruston loco so far. It's a brilliant livery. The yellow, it just looks so cool. So I'll move the packaging and we'll get the video underway. So there it is on the bench, all on its own, and what a stunning little machine this is. Now, one thing I failed to mention at the beginning of the video is the price for this little gem. So on Hornby's website it is £113.99, and that's the RRP, and at the retailers of course you can get it a little bit cheaper. Now, I got this from Middleton Model Railway from Colin for 255 New Zealand dollars, which pretty much is the equivalent really to what it's available for in the UK. Colin at Middleton Model Railway is generally one of the cheapest retailers in New Zealand. He is very good to deal with. He's very knowledgeable in things, so if you do live in New Zealand and want to get one of these, give Colin a ring and he will definitely try and get one of these in for you. In fact, I think he's still got one of them in stock still, so if you want one, give him a call. But yeah, absolutely stunning livery this loco's in, and I hope that I'll be able to capture everything in with the light, because since it's yellow it may be a bit hard to see the details, is because it's a very bright little machine. But I tell you what, it just looks so cool. The little blue Ruston 88, it looked really good, but this one here is just next level in regards to its livery. It is just so cool to see. So we'll make a start and we'll look at the side of the loco first. Now, probably the bit that is going to be the hardest part to see of the lot is the North British print on the side, mainly just due to the lighting, but on the side there you can see right below the handrail you've got the North British print with a slight highlight of red around it. Even though it's not clear, it's certainly well printed and looks really nice. It is a great feature. Nice yellow and green livery all the way around with a few other colours in between. There's some nice lining. You can see around where the green is going everywhere. There's a bit of white lining in between things. There's a little bit of red lining on the top where the bonnet area is, just below the handrail area there. On the cab again you can see there's some really fantastic lining going on. You've got the yellow with the green going around the edges and bits of red and white surrounding panels on the door and the frames. Looks really cool. Very unusual colours on this, but it looks so nice. You can also see there's plenty of handrail detail. There's handrails going along the top of the bonnet area here and also on the sides of the cab doors and cab windows. You can also see there's the clear plastic windows. It's a bit hard to see it at this angle, or try and get a better angle, but there is cab detail inside. You can see a little red lever just sitting there. Looks really cool. And you've got a real nice frame at the bottom with the red and black paint. There's a little bit of lining going along the very bottom as well towards the axle boxes. That looks really cool. And then the standout wheels, of course. Look at those yellow wheels on the bottom there. They look really cool. And what I couldn't get over when I was doing the test runs with this is when looking at the wheels, how completely straight the axles are. Sometimes you get some locos where there's a bit of a wobble or a bit of play in the axle, and with the paint, when this is running along, as you will soon see, it looks like it's gliding. It looks so smooth. So yeah, very impressive. But yeah, bits of rivet detail. You can see the sanders down there, brake blocks. You can see some other fine details of rivet detail on the side. There's the vents on the sides of the panels. You've got door handles up the top there. Looks very cool. Very lovely loco. And of course you've got the buffers on the ends there. So we'll turn it to the front now and have a look. It's a very quick loco to get around, like the other one is, because it's so small. But yeah, you've got the nicely done buffers with these, it looks almost like bolt holes in them. That looks really cool, that pattern on the front. Looks really different. Looks nice. You've got the number 4 print right below there with a bit of white lining around the edge. Looks great on buffer beam. There's the coupling hook. And then you've got the little stopper at the bottom to stop things going underneath and onto the wheels. Looks really good. Then the front grille, you can see you've got the nice Ruston print. That looks really good with a nice grille at the bottom there with rivet detail surrounding it. And then you've got the little lamp at the top. And that looks really cool. So yeah, that's pretty much the front, easy to cover. Oh, and the front of the cab as well. I'll better point that out. There's a bit of lining going around the front of the cab. You've got your clear plastic windows, little air horn, and you have got the exhaust. And right at the top, I'll do the top while I'm here. You've got some panels going up, there's a radiator cap, and yeah, very much similar details to the other one, but just of course with the stunning livery applied. And a nice cab roof there as well. And you can just see where the exhaust pops out, where that rivet detailing is there. Looks really, really cool. Other side of the model is very much the same, but of course you've got this little panel on the side that is slightly extending out from the body, which looks really good. I'm not exactly sure what that is for. It will be something that protrudes from the motor unit, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, it looks really nice. Nicely done. And again, the same on this side really. You've got the North British print. You've got the same lining going around the place. Looks really, really cool. And the back of the model, same as the front. You have got the nice buffer beam with the number 4 print, with a bit of lining around it. Same buffers, the same stopper at the bottom. And you have got the cab... You've got the cab looking pretty good with the handrails and the rivet detail along there as well, with the little lamp. The one thing I have noticed, and this isn't just on mine, it's on all of these models, is the rear cab windows. They are clear plastic, I'm pretty sure, but they've been blanked out or just simply painted over. I don't know why that is. It must be something to do with the real thing, I'm not too sure. But yeah, a bit interesting there. But yeah, not complaining. And of course, cab detail. Oops, just knocked the light. I'll move around there, see if we can get a bit of a shot of it. There's a bit more of the cab detail. It's a bit hard to see without those rear windows being available, but you can see there is a bit of cab detail in there, and it does look really, really nice. But yeah, very quick and easy to get around in terms of this loco, like all the other small engines I look at, is because they are nice and small. But indeed, this one is very beautiful in regards to that colour and the livery. Looks stunning. So yeah, what I'm going to do now, put it on the layout as I do with the other locos, and we'll give it a run. It still needs a good bit of running in time, so I will do that now, and we'll see what the crawl and everything is like. But yeah, this is a really cool locomotive, and probably my best chunter in the collection, I would say, in terms of livery. It just looks so, so nice. So I will now put the loco on my layout and give it a test run, and then get it ready to tow a load around for the very first time. Right, here we go. Right, so the little North British Ruston 88 is now down on my 00 gauge layout. I have since fitted the coupling on the rear, so it's all ready to tow a load. Now, I've already run this loco as I've mentioned, but I am going to do a crawl test just to see what it is like, because I haven't really checked it too well. I did when I first ran it out of the box. I did do a little bit of a crawl test, but didn't really observe it too much. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to do a crawl test and see how this goes. But just to reiterate, this is not brand new out of the box condition, although it has not had a lot of running. So here it goes. Oh, stopped. Okay, so it's stopping a little bit. It could be dirty track, so what I'll do, I'll let it go out of shot, and then I will just gently wipe the road. Still going out of shot, which is good. That's smooth. That is really, really smooth. These little Rustons are absolutely fantastic, and the fact that these ones can actually do that without the need of a little wagon and behind it to give it extra power, yeah, that's so smooth. No, points to Hornby for these little locos is because they are really, really good, and they can run pretty slow. You wouldn't want to run them too slow, otherwise of course they're going to conk out, but these are so ideal for shunting. They will definitely do a really good shunting speed, very good for a yard. Right, so I'll now send this loco on its way around the layout light engine just to give it a bit of a run, and then I'll connect some wagons up and send it on its way with a load. Right, here we go. Right, so the North British Ruston has done some good running time now, and my goodness, it looks so good as it's running around. And we'll just give it another quick crawl test to see how it's going. Go forwards, let's have a look. So smooth that is. Looks so good, and now it's not cutting out like it was before. It's quite consistent and so quiet at the same time, looking very nice. I've got to say, this has got to be my favourite Ruston livery I've seen. Even out of all the 48s and 88s I've seen, this is just so nice. For me, the yellow colour just looks so nice on it. So I'll bring another loco into shot now, and this will just show you a comparison. So in the background there you can see the blue Ruston 88 and the BR blue, and when you look at these, they're both excellent models, but you can just really see the complexity of the livery compared to the standard BR blue. I can understand why this was the first example Hornby produced, as there's a lot less extra details, no lining really or anything to put on this model, whereas this one here, it would take quite a bit longer getting all of the nice lining and everything perfected. So I can understand why this came before this one, but yeah, I'm so glad that the yellow North British Ruston has finally arrived. So it's going to be a battle of the Rustons hauling loads today, so I'm going to be running both of these Rustons parallel with freight loads in behind them, so it should be quite cool to see, and very cool to watch both of them going around to just spot the differences of them and how they run. So if you're undecided on what Ruston to get and these are your two picks, the ones that you're trying to decide out of, this will be really good for you guys, is because it gives you an opportunity to see them both running on a layout at the same time. So I'll get a load in behind each of these and send them both on their way. Here we go. there we go, folks. That is Hornby's absolutely incredible North British Ruston 88DS number 4. What a sensational loco this is. Performance wise, all the Rustons are pretty good, but this one particular wins me over because of its livery. In my opinion, this is the best Ruston livery on the market at the moment. It is absolutely sensational. The colour just looks brilliant. The lining is really, really good. Great detail. A great little locomotive. For any industrial railway of this sort of era, this is a perfect engine for you, and I highly recommend it. And applause to Hornby, we're due. This is an absolutely brilliant model. Even though it took a while to get out compared to the other Rustons, it was certainly worth the wait, and I am very pleased with this model. Very good. I hope it's been an enjoyable video, folks, and again, apologies for the delay of this Class 5 from Hornby. I'm hoping that a replacement model should be in my hands in about a week's time, but I'm not 100% sure at this stage. But it's one to look forward to anyway. I hope this locomotive, though, has made up for it. It's certainly one that a lot of people have been waiting for. I certainly myself, I had a pre-order put in about 2 years ago for this locomotive, and then I cancelled it, and then all of a sudden it turned up at Middleton Model Railway, and it made my day while I was over there. So for me, it's made up for the disappointment of the Class 5, but there is still the good news of that there is another model coming, and I will still get to do a video on it. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with this one that's on the way. I would say not, is because the team at the shop that I'm dealing with at the moment are really, really onto it. I'll talk more about that during the video when it actually comes out. But yeah, it's all in the works, and hopefully it will be done very soon. Very good. I hope it's also been good to see both of these two Rustons side by side on the parallel run, and if you're undecided of what Ruston to get, I'm certainly going to give this one the top vote, but if you've got a preference of this one over it, by all means. They all run really, really well. Well, the two I have anyway run really, really well, and I would say the two green examples that are available, I would say they would be just as good. But definitely, in terms of livery, I would have to nominate this one, is because it just looks sensational. Very good. Hope you've enjoyed it, folks. Have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.